Alright guys, that is the super rare bear signal. Okay, the super rare bear signal for me. Why is that? Because now I like the rippy. Do I think we get something like this? No. Now listen to me. This is what a cell program looks like. This is what a cell program looks like. Okay? Let me explain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 days is maximum cell program. I've never seen something sell for more than 15 days. If it's just a pullback, it's one of these. Okay, now, am I getting hyper bearish here? No, I'm not. However, there could be a nice short here. I know, you're like, whoa, bro, what are you saying? But hold on, let me explain. See this setup here. Remember, we couldn't go any higher, we dropped down. It was a 3-day pullback algo. Up a little overnight, bam, down. Another one, boom. That was just like a 5-minute chart, or today, the third gap down, or the third cell you scoop the dip, okay? What do I mean? Well, kind of worked today same way, right? You had 1 fail, 2 fail, and boom, 3 fail, scoop the dip, sold it, told you guys that we chop, boom. I am in some premium plays off of here. However, look at this here, this line. Now, I'm using the US 500. Right now, support here is that previous resistance. Okay? We've tested it once before. Once we rallied through it, came down and tested it during real-time trading hours, and we've stayed above. Today, second test of it. Okay, you see this trend line here? Once this breaks, we're off to the races, right? So, can we go higher first? Yes, but I believe the first warning shots have now been fired, and we are in for a pullback. Now, even if we go higher the next 2 days, I think that this being a 0.5 here could, even go up to here. We got our trend change on Friday. This market needs a pullback. You got all these AI companies circle high-fiving each other. I'm doing business with you, great. You're doing business with me, great. Here's my cousin Joe. He likes AI too, fantastic. Can I sell you some GPUs? Yes, can I sell you some GPUs back? Woohoo! We just generated a bunch of income, right? You couple that with how many millions of people the last few months have woken up to how everything's a fucking scam in the system. You got yourself a situation. Now, here's the updated fractal. As you can see, we can still go up. But next week, it looks, if this tracks, and this is a pretty good track here, it looks like next week it is bombs away all week. So, here's our trading plan. We did try to catch a premium trade, and we kind of want the bears. I don't know why we sold here. Maybe it was that Tesla Nvidia news. But we're under this trend line, nevertheless, on US 500, right? You need, by the time SPX opens up, okay? Because we did leave a few targets behind today. Not only do we have a pre-market all-time high, but we have, yeah, we gotta go back test this here. This is a target that it'll print at some point. This, if this prints from here on out till Friday, and we come up with force, how could it look? It could look maybe like this. I'm just gonna quickly draw something out. Could look something like this. Tomorrow we fuck around, but we come up here, we reject, we hang. Friday we go up, right? And we hit that target. If we don't surpass that target, or it's some bullshit gap and sell, I am going to force myself to at least have an appetizer of puts a fucking week out with the Bear Boys, okay? Reason being, the fractal, the sentiment, and you know, the sports calendar also. Posted it yesterday. Let me zoom in on it. Here. It has this wild action, but even so, the Nasdaq has that next week. And if we get that next week, I don't think this market can stay off the Adderall too long, or the Peruvian snow, and you could get away with either this trend line. It would be in everybody's interest to go here to the daily 50, and I think we could pull it off, and you got plenty of support at that level. So the next 2 days, very crucial. Why would I position myself that way? Look, it is very hard to nail a top and then just sit in shit until it turns. I want some time and just sit and watch it and wait for that. Because I think after this leg down, you're gonna get that type of bottom where it rips out of there and we catch more volatility and this and that. Now, the NAMO has exactly the same setup as that September 23rd reject. And Justin NJJ posted about it. We're talking about this. But the fractal and the calendars show, and the market, frankly, wants more than this. Now, there's this possible peace thing, but I have to say, studying the market, anytime everybody pushes for peace, in this world, the market sells. Okay, so I will be looking for some news no one's thought about, a possible peace deal. You could rally up to here maybe, and then it's putty time. Okay, grandma's pudding. Okay, I do not think that we got anything in the tank to straight rally to this trend line. I don't think so. I think that you come up somewhere here, max. Okay, that's what I think. Unless I'm missing something, you ain't going to this trend line. You're gonna do your fake breakdown. You're gonna go test here. There's plenty of shit to test. Okay, that's just my opinion of it. Now, we have to take into consideration that earnings season is starting, and they can fuck around with that plenty. It's getting pretty crazy. Not only can you not get dark pool data anymore, today my option flow feed just stopped. It just stopped. Okay? I don't know why. So we're kind of flying a little bit under the radar here with what the fuck is going on. All of this is of course on purpose. But here you can see, tomorrow, QQQ 607, best case scenario. To the downside, you don't want to lose 598, or maybe you do. Okay, this is your QQQ range. Unless there's some mega news, and I'm really fucking lucky, and we gap over this, which I welcome too. I just don't see it, right? I do not see it. Where's SPY? There you are. Tomorrow is fucking October 8th. Okay, so yeah, 672 sounds about right, right? And 666, 666 is your decider. I pointed this out on Saturday. This is here. You got plenty of ghosts down there, okay? Now, if they hold the market up after hours, what did not dip? Dow Jones. It went counter to SPY and QQQ. And there's nothing I fucking detest more than a IWM Dow Jones rotational day. However, and again, we had such a long conversation today about premiums and reading premiums. And yes, I'm working on a course on how to do all that, how to do the magic. Okay, coming soon. But anyways, Lilly Healthcare. You saw the market fucking eating shit today. They're just grinding out these premiums because it's got a move in it still. Same with UNH. Ta-da! Caught Netflix, this whole fucking thing, absolutely beautiful, made my day. These megaphone guys, if this shit starts hanging out here, I don't see how they have bad earnings. This thing's gonna rocket, okay? So I'm focusing on Lilly, UNH the next few days, okay? Like, look at this. Whoo! That is spicy. Not gonna be trading this. I'm still wondering when and where. Maybe that, I mean, look, I pointed this out on Voice. This looks like this is going to absolutely drill, first of all. It hasn't had a double inside day since April 2020. It's a very powerful setup, okay? You saw what happened with Netflix on the triple inside day, right? Remember a few weeks ago? So like, keep an eye on Apple. We still have that ghost up today. I don't know what fucking news they would push out for it to go there. If this is a sell and a gap fill, end of year target is obviously that. I don't need to tell you that. You're that smart, okay? You know. So I think we're sitting pretty here. I'm almost 94% cash. If my YOLOs hit, great. If not, so be it, okay? Then I would like a higher short entry. I'm not gonna get that, I don't think. And we'll have to see, right? But anyways, God bless. Today was fun. A lot of good stuff from all of you guys. And that Meta Ripper right here was crazy. And I watched Bob absolutely kill Avgo, which was fun, and he even got a stick in the close. So good shit, guys, all across. And congratulations to Stinky Stinkerson on the short. Beautiful. All right, guys, we're riding it down.